Hey there, SilverTrac Nation, Johnny Page here, and we're going to go over a quick video on how to report and use the handheld while you're in the field. So today we're going to be using an Android device. However, the user interface and how you'll really see things will look the same in the Apple version as well. So Chris, if you want to zoom in, we'll talk about logging in. When you log into the SilverTrac application, you're going to enter your username and your password. You'll then hit login. You'll get to a home screen. At the bottom will say choose site. We're going to have to choose our site. These are all of the properties that you're assigned to. We're going to select the hospital. I'm then taken to the home screen here where I can submit a security issue, a parking issue if that's applicable, or a maintenance issue. We're going to start out by submitting an incident. So anytime I need to submit an issue or a new incident, I'll select the security issue button. I'll then select the issue type. Scroll through, find the one that makes the most sense for you. So we're going to do an alarm response. I'm then going to select the address. I can select the location. So we're going to say the front desk. And then I'm going to select the unit. I'll then be able to add a note. So I'll add a note quickly here. I'm just going to hit sample. I'm going to hit save note. You can record an audio file. This is a sample audio file for our training purposes. We'll hit stop recording, and we can take a photo. Notice that when I take a photo, it switches to a landscape view. Make sure that when you're taking a photo, you're able to read take photo. You don't want it on the side, otherwise when it goes into the reports, it's going to be sideways. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick photo here. It'll ask me to confirm. Do I want to use this picture? If it was blurry or if it didn't look good, if your finger was over the lens, we'll want to redo that. For now, we'll hit yes, and we're able to include up to 10 photos. We have the ability to mark this issue as urgent or to close the issue out. For now, I'm going to go ahead and leave the issue open. I'm going to hit submit. It's going to say, am I sure? I'll hit yes. Notice that when I left the issue open, it's still here in the handheld. I'm able to open this back up and then continue adding audio files, notes, and photos. For now, I'm going to go ahead and hit close issue. All right. So what I'd like to show you as an officer, something you may not always get to see, is what that looks like in the handheld or on the issue monitor. So where does this issue go? So we've refreshed here. Notice I've got the alarm response that was submitted. I can look in here, and now we're going to see the photo that we just submitted. We see the note that we just submitted with the sample. So as an officer, this is the type of information you're submitting and where it really goes. So let's go in and talk about how to scan a checkpoint. I'm going to open my screen. Down here in the bottom portion of the screen, you'll see a QR code. I'm going to go ahead and select this, and it will bring up the scanner. You'll want to place a QR code. We've got one here. We'll want to place a QR code in the middle of that scan. What happens then is we get instructions. This is going to instruct you why it's important for you to be here at this QR code. When I press OK, some QR codes require that you include a photo with them. This won't always happen, but some of them do. It's going to ask me to take a photo. So again, I'm going to take a photo. Same principle here. We want to make sure that it's not blurry. You want something that marks your location, that shows. We don't just want it zoomed in on the wall. Make sure that when you're taking a photo, it's verifying your location. I'm going to hit yes. Now what I'd like for you to see is when we look at these issues, the QR code comes back into the issue monitor just the same way that the issue did. But all of these interactions are GPS stamped. I'm going to go under the GPS map and I'll search, and we'll look at the GPS for the issues that we just submitted. So now that we've got the GPS pulled up, notice that we have pinpoints of where these QR codes were scanned or where the issues were submitted. So just know that every interaction in your handheld is going to have a GPS pinpoint, and then we're also going to have the photos included with those issues. Last but not least, let's look at what it looks like to receive a task in the handheld. So oftentimes a dispatch will send you a task. I'm going to go ahead and dispatch a task right now. Okay, so when a task is dispatched, your device will alert, and you'll then see back on that home screen, you'll have an orange task open. This means that you haven't opened it. It's very important that you open this as quickly as possible. We're going to open this. It's going to say that this issue has been marked as acknowledged. Our administrators in the dispatch now know that you've opened this task and you're responsible for having read the content. We'll open this up. It's going to say, would you like to mark as arrived? We want to press no until we know where this is going, where we need to be for this issue. I can then scroll through and see the note where it's asking me to go. I'll mark as arrived. I can then add those audio files, notes, and photos just like we do with other issues, and then I can close the issue out. Alright, that wraps up how to use the handheld device. Hopefully this gave you some good insight as to how your actions in the field impact things on the administrative side and in the issue monitor. Thanks so much for taking the time. We'll talk to you soon.